Special Counsel Robert Mueller did report to work this morning in the office of the Special Counsel in Washington, as he always does. It's hard to glean the import necessarily of what that means, because that's something that he does. He arrives very early in the morning wearing his hat and a suit, and the Associated Press was able to photograph him entering. So we are still awaiting the delivery of the report from the Special Counsel to the Justice Department. That report will mark the conclusion of the Russia investigation, and once he turns that in, the Attorney General will then produce his own document that will be then delivered to members of Congress and to the public. The report will come into the Attorney General. The Attorney General will then notify House leaders, House and Senate leaders, that he has received this report, but we are not going to know for at least a little bit what the actual content and information and findings of the Special Counsel are, because that report that the Special Counsel delivers is done confidentially. So the Attorney General will then have to decide what he decides to make public and how much of that will then be released. There are obviously a lot of rumors right now as to when it might be delivered, but it's important to note that the number of people who actually know any sort of finite date is fairly small. You have an office, the Special Counsel office, that has not leaked or disclosed information throughout this entire process. So there's a lot of secondhand and third-hand information that's not necessarily reliable. We have a sense, based on a number of good, reliable clues, that the end is coming very, very shortly. For instance, there hasn't been grand jury activity in weeks. The number of prosecutors working for the Special Counsel has dwindled appreciably in the last few months, including one of his really lead ones, Andrew Weissman, who we learned last week was going to be leaving the team. So when you're reading the tea leaves, it's clear that the investigation is really entering its very, very final stages, if not concluded. We just don't know when the report is coming.